Chapter 2 Katie and Joanne's Big Day. The 10 days leading up to Barry Nichols' concert were the most exciting and frustrating that Katie had ever known. Her clothes had been taken from her wardrobe, considered and reconsidered, until finally her mother insisted on buying her a brand new dress. Katie protested at first, telling her that she couldn't possibly afford it. "Katie, I'm buying you a new outfit, that's all there is to it. You ask for very little, and I know how much all this means to you. I think you should wear something a bit special for this occasion." Katie thoroughly enjoyed the shopping expedition, although she was worried that her new dress was far too expensive. "It'll do for my birthday," she told her mother. "Do stop worrying so much, Katie. We'll manage. We have done so far, haven't we?" "Yes, but nothing. I'm always careful so I can splash out on my daughter once in a while." "You're the best mom in the whole world," exclaimed Katie, giving her a hug. "I'll try to repay you one day." "Don't be silly." "No, really, Mom, I mean it. Joanne and I were discussing things like this last night." "Things like what?" "You know, making ends meet and so on. We decided that we should look for jobs in the holidays." "Oh, I see. It's up to you, dear, but you really don't have to do that. Now, how about going to that cafe where they sell all those lovely cream cakes?" "That's a great idea," laughed Katie, "but I mustn't get so fat that my dress won't fit." As they made their way to the cafe, happily chattering, a sudden thought struck Katie. "Oh, Mom, we'll pass the theater in a minute. I wonder if there'll be a poster outside for the concert." Sure enough, the theater displayed large, colorful notices advertising Barry Nichols in concert, and posted across them were strips declaring, "All seats sold." "It's a sellout, just like Joanne and I thought," cried Katie. "It'll be an incredible evening. I still can't believe how lucky we have been." The great day arrived at last. Katie awoke with a feeling of enormous excitement. To think today was the day she would actually speak to her hero, the man whose career she had followed right from the very start, the man who had inspired her to write her own love songs and, in the presence of her family or friends, to sing them. It was a lovely summer evening. "Perfect," declared Katie, as she put the finishing touch to her makeup. "Go easy with that lipstick," said her mother. "I do think it's a mistake for young girls to cover their faces with cosmetics." Joanne was watching. "I have discovered that it hides my freckles," she explained with a grin. "They go with your red hair," laughed Katie, twirling round to show off her new dress. "Thanks a lot," said Joanne, pulling a face at her friend. "Time to go, you star-struck pair," said Mrs. Millwood. "Yes, we've got to be there early to meet Barry," said Katie. "Now, who is it we have to see from the radio station? Who's going to introduce us to Barry? It's in the letter they sent with the tickets. Where is it? Mom, what did you do with it?" "Don't fuss so, Katie. I have the letter and tickets quite safe in my handbag. You've been in such a tizzy lately, I'm sure you'd have lost them if I hadn't taken charge. Now, it really is time to go." As Mrs. Millwood drove the girls to the theater, they chatted excitedly. "What do you think he'll sing?" said Katie. "My favorites, I hope," Joanne replied. "He'll sing all of them, I expect," added Mrs. Millwood. "We're here now." She handed Katie the precious envelope. "Your tickets and the letter from that radio person." "I have remembered. It's Pete Marshall, the disc jockey, Mom," cried Katie. "We'll have to show him the letter. He's going to introduce us." "Enjoy yourselves," said her mother. "I'll pick you both up at about 10:30, all right?" "Yes, we should be through by then," grinned Katie, waving. "Bye, Mom, and thanks." "Oh, Katie, I'm so excited," whispered Joanne. "Where do we go?" "This way, I suppose," said Katie, strolling over to the door marked Manager. Within a few minutes, the girls were standing outside another door marked Dressing Room. Mr. Taylor, the manager, a plump little man in a smart suit and bow tie, beamed all over his shiny face as he tapped on the door. Katie held her breath. Would Barry Nichols answer it himself? Suddenly the door swung open, and Pete Marshall, the disc jockey, greeted them. "Hello, girls, come in, will you?" "Hello," mumbled Katie and Joanne nervously. "I'm Pete Marshall." "Yes, we know. We recognized you," said Katie. She looked round the room. It was cluttered with stage clothes, and there was a mirror, surrounded by light bulbs, and a dressing table littered with bottles and other mysterious trappings of the theatrical profession. Katy was vaguely aware of a group of people at the far end of this strange room, but she seemed to be seeing everything through a haze. Meanwhile, Pete Marshall babbled on. "You listen to my show, don't you?" "We do," answered Joanne, glancing anxiously at Katy. "We hardly ever miss one." "That's wonderful, just wonderful." He took the girls one on each arm and directed them across the room. "This is the moment you have been waiting for." End of chapter 2.